probably for 10 years before the treatment, I suffered with heartburn like crazy, and the GERD. Oh, it was just a nightmare because I had to go to bed with a glass of milk and a bottle of Tums next to the bed every night, and because that's the only thing that would calm it down and get me back to sleep. So then I asked Dr. Hartung, what could we be doing, and we talked about over the medication, omeprazole. But the more I looked into that, I just didn't like the long-term effects. Dr. Hartung said, well, let me refer you to someone in our surgery group, so it was right here. And since I've been retired, which is about 2.5 years ago, and thank God for Medicare, but I mean, we have made Schneck our home, our medical home. This is where we feel most comfortable, for sure. I always think it's a Toupet.
Toupet Fundoplication.
Yeah, thank you. God bless you.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, because, and that was really interesting in and of itself, because that's where he takes your stomach and wraps it around your esophagus 270 degrees or something, in a circle, and I guess they'd done 360 before, but the 270 was better, I guess. But it worked. It worked for me, sure did. And I told my husband, like 2 weeks after the procedure, I said, I don't even feel like I've had surgery. And he said, that's what I was hoping for. I mean, that is the beauty of it. That is just the most awful experience is to have that and to suffer with that. I ran into a lady in the parking lot of Kroger up in Columbus, and somehow we talked about getting this surgery done, and she said, well, my friends are telling me I should get it done too. And I said, get it done, don't wait. Well, I'm 83, and I said, that's all right, you're gonna feel better, and I even showed her my scars in the parking lot. She goes, well, that's not bad. And I said, no, and asked for Dr. Millick. And I think that's what he was saying. We were talking about it. He said, I don't understand why people go other places to get it done, and they're in there longer and they suffer when they come out. When here, we get you in and out in like 6 hours and you're home, and there's no after effect, really, Before, when I was suffering all those 10 years, I'd start out, okay, do I put a pillow under my head? Do I lay on my try to lay on my left side, because they say that way the reflux doesn't come up, and it just nothing worked. And you got your lack of sleep, and two, during that 10-year time, I would wake up and have the nastiest cough in my chest. And I thought, well, why am I doing that? I don't have a cold or anything. And it was from the GERD, from the reflux. And I haven't had that at all. I haven't had the reflux. I don't have to drink milk anymore. We're down to 1 bottle of Tums, so for my husband. But yeah, it's like I never even had it. Like I never even had it. You don't need to suffer. I mean, this is 2024, people. They're not gonna cut you from here down to your belly button and lay you open. It's very minimal, not very invasive procedure, and it works, and there's no reason not to have it. Did I say that right? Yeah, because there's so many things going for you, and being locally here in Seymour, and not have to drive to Columbus or Louisville or something like that, that's really made it nice too. So it goes without saying that I would not recommend Dr. Millick, because number one, he has the skills necessary, the accreditation, the success rate. After talking to my friend Karen, the number of people that had to go back in to have it redone was like next to nothing. He has a wonderful bedside manner, wonderful. He's not a stodgy old surgeon, he laughs and we talk and everything, and told us a couple of funny stories about this whole thing. But yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat, line him up, I'll talk to him.